There is a moment in some relationships that feels like standing at a crossroads. Not the dramatic Crossroads movie show, no suitcases, no shouting, no final goodbye. Just a quiet realization. We can't keep going like this. This is the part nobody posts online, the rebuilding phase. The uncomfortable middle. The place where love decides whether it will fade or fight. This is where Ada and Tunde's story truly changes. This is episode 3 of Married But Alone. The night silence broke. The house was unusually quiet that evening, not peaceful quiet. The kind of quiet that feels like tension holding its breath. The TV was on. Nobody was watching. Phones were in their hands. Nobody was scrolling. Ada stared at the same scene for 10 minutes without hearing a single word. Her chest felt heavy with a sentence she had rehearsed in her head for months. She didn't plan to say it that night, but silence has a way of pushing truth to the surface. I miss us. But silence has a way of pushing truth to the surface. I miss us. The words left her mouth softly, but in that quiet room, they sounded thunderous. Tunde didn't answer immediately, and those few seconds felt longer than the past year. Because honesty feels terrifying when you're not sure what answer is coming. Here's something people rarely admit. Reconnection is scarier than distance. Distance feels safe, predictable, controlled. Trying again means risking disappointment, risking rejection, risking discovering the other person has already moved on emotionally. So many couples stay stuck in emotional limbo not because they stopped loving each other, but because they are afraid to test whether love is still alive. Silence becomes a shield, but shields also keep warmth out. Tunde finally spoke. I didn't know you felt that way. Ada almost laughed, not because it was funny, because it hurt how true it was. They had been living the same life while experiencing completely different realities. She felt ignored. He felt unappreciated. She felt unseen. He felt like nothing he did was enough. Two lonely people, one shared home. Emotional distance often isn't caused by lack of love. It's caused by misunderstood pain. The first real conversation in months, that night they talked longer than they had in a year. Not perfectly, not smoothly. There were pauses, interruptions, moments where words didn't come out right. But something important happened. They stopped pretending everything was fine. And honesty, even messy honesty, creates oxygen. I stopped sharing things because I felt like you weren't interested. I thought you stopped sharing because you didn't need me anymore. Misinterpretation had built a wall between them, and brick by brick, that wall had to come down. Days turned into weeks, and something strange happened. They started asking each other questions again. Not big life questions, simple human ones. How was your day, really? What's stressing you lately? What's been making you happy recently? It felt awkward at first. Like two people on a first date who had forgotten they were married. But curiosity began to replace assumptions, and curiosity is the beginning of reconnection. Building new habits. Reconnection didn't arrive as a magical moment. It arrived as small decisions. Phones stayed in another room during dinner. Weekend walks became routine. They created a rule: no sleeping angry, even if the conversation was uncomfortable. 10 minutes of daily check-ins, one weekly date night, one intentional hug every morning before work. Tiny habits, quiet changes, massive impact. Love doesn't survive on grand gestures. It survives on repeated attention. One night, Ada admitted something heavy. I was starting to feel single while married. Tunde didn't get defensive. He nodded. I felt like I was failing you no matter what I did. That was the moment blame left the room, because they realized something simple and powerful. They were never enemies. They were teammates who got lost. Forgiveness became the bridge back. Not forgiveness for betrayal, forgiveness for neglect, for missed signals. For the quiet drift neither of them noticed soon enough. Months later, their relationship felt different. Not like the beginning, not naive, not effortless. Better, more intentional, more aware, more grateful. They had learned something most couples only learn after losing each other. Love is not sustained by feelings alone. Love is sustained by attention, effort, and repeated choice. Maybe conversations feel shorter. Maybe silence has gotten comfortable. Distance is not a final chapter. It can be a turning point. Reconnection starts with one brave sentence. I miss us. I want us back. Can we try again? Simple words, life-changing impact. The real question is, when it does, will you choose pride or will you choose each other?